Hello, I'm Duncan Walton, Treasurer to the Devon and Cornwall Police Authority. This is the budget consultation for 2011-12. The Devon and Cornwall Police Authority is a body of 19 members, 10 of whom are nominated elected representatives and 9 of which are independent. The authority has a duty to secure maintenance of an efficient and effective police service for Devon and Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly. The authority sets the strategic direction of the force, collaborates with other organisations, sets policing priorities and targets, carries out community engagement and consultation, and sets the budget for the force and the police element of the council tax. In carrying out this latter duty, the authority has a responsibility to consult the local business community about the proposed level of the business rate. In common with the rest of the public sector, the budget setting process in 2010-11 for 2011-12 and future years has been a challenging one. The coalition government's comprehensive spending review, announced in October last year, set out the scale of the reductions to be achieved. These early indications show that over a 4-year period, cash reductions of 14% of gross expenditure are planned, which translates into reductions of 20% when inflation is included. Savings in expenditure are nothing new for the authority, with cash efficiency savings of 7.2 million achieved this year and over 15 million achieved over the last 3 years. The police authority is funded from 3 main sources, which are police formula grants, specific government grants and council tax. Proportionately, grants account for 66% of funding and council tax accounts for 33% of funding. In mid-December, we received the grant settlement for 2011-12, which represents a reduction of 10.9 million, or 4.6% over that received in this financial year. However, the authority will benefit from the introduction of additional grant if it sets its council tax level at no more than 0% over the previous financial year. This concession is worth 2.5 million and equates to a spending level of 2.5%. In line with all organisations, the police authority will experience general inflationary levels of 2.1% in the coming year, with pay awards not being considered until 2013-14. Whilst the cost of borrowing is a concern to most of us, most of our debt is long-term and at fixed rates, giving us an average borrowing rate of 5.3%. Taking into account these unavoidable increases in costs means that we need to find an extra 6.4 million next year, making our total budget 292.9 million. Our income is expected to be 276.3 million, which means that we need to find savings in our costs of 16.6 million next year. Our projections show that a similar saving is required in 2012-13. Due to the front-loading of the grant settlement, savings of 6.2 million in 2013-14 and 10.1 million in 2014-15 are required. This makes a total saving needed of 49.3 million over the 4 years. We are considering setting a 0% council tax. However, this does not come without a risk, as it is reliant upon a similar level of extra grant in each of the following 3 years. Most of the savings required have now been identified. Savings of this magnitude require a strategic approach, and last year the authority agreed a value for money strategy which identified savings in the short term, with longer term reviews covering productivity and demand changes, moving into transformational changes through the fundamental review of most police processes. Considerable work is underway to redesign policing to ensure the force continues to reduce crime and catch criminals, improve public satisfaction, maintain visibility and protect people from harm. Immediate savings will concentrate on the non-recruitment of police officers and the retirement of officers who have reached 30 years of service. This initiative will reduce police officer numbers by 690 posts over 4 years, with a further reduction of 90 police staff through a review of the Station Inquiry Service and administration. Further review work is currently underway to reduce IT costs and purchasing through the promotion of joint procurement with other police authorities and forces. In addition to revenue savings, the force has made reductions in its capital spending, resulting in reduced borrowing from 58 million to 11 million, with consequential savings in revenue costs of 1.3 million by 2014-15. The authority holds revenue balances of 6 million, which are there to be used to support day-to-day spending and any unforeseen emergencies. Any reduction in these would open us up to financial risk and would be a one-off gain. The budget process this year has meant tough choices have had to be made, and the reduction in costs will require further action in future years. Prior to the Police Authority considering the budget recommendation at its meeting on the 18th of February, we are interested in hearing your views about what aspects of the police service you value most, any areas that you think we could review to save money and deliver an improved service, and also your response to the proposal that a 0% town council tax increase for police services is implemented for the next financial year. Thank you, and please use the email box on this website to send in your views.